The era of moving molecules for energy is coming to an end as we electrify everything everywhere all at once. Moving electrons is more efficient and lower impact. Pipelines are steel tubes that mostly move molecules of liquid or gas for energy. And they currently mostly burn molecules to move the liquids and gases. What's going to happen to them? The USA has over 5 million kilometers of pipelines of varying sizes and contents. Virtually all of them are moving crude oil, refined products made from crude oil like gasoline and diesel or natural gas, aka high global warming potential methane. This isn't unusual globally. The unlamented by most Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines that ran under the Baltic Sea between Russia and Germany and were blown up by, most likely, Russia during the invasion of Ukraine are part of the global mix. The Baltic Pipe between Norway's gas fields and the Polish entry point to Europe's energy-hungry maw is part of it. The Maghreb Europe gas pipeline that brings natural gas from Algeria's gas fields to Europe is part of it. Canada tripling the capacity of the Trans Mountain crude oil pipeline it nationalized a few years ago when its previous owners realized that there was no future market for Alberta's crude oil as part of it. All over the world, there are pipelines. New pipelines are being proposed to carry new molecules related to energy. There are a couple of thousand kilometers of very expensive pipelines, mostly in the United States, carrying liquid or supercritical carbon dioxide to tapped-out oil fields where supercritical carbon dioxide, is it a gas? Is it a liquid? Is pumped into old wells to extract more oil. The fossil fuel industry and a lot of fossil fuel exporting countries are working hard to convince as many people as possible that radically expanding these very expensive pipelines is a great idea. Satartia, Mississippi would beg to differ. They are among the tiny number of rural communities that have an existing carbon dioxide pipeline running through them. A couple of years ago that pipeline was cracked by a landslide due to excessive rain. The dense liquid carbon dioxide turned into a gas immediately and explosively. Then the gas pooled in low-lying areas because it's heavier than the air we breathe. Before it diffused, dozens of people were in convulsions. Emergency vehicles couldn't help anyone and a couple of hundred people were haphazardly evacuated. The dozens of people in convulsions are likely to have long-lasting organ and brain damage and were lucky to escape with their lives. Expanding carbon dioxide pipelines to run through heavily populated areas, an obvious requirement of significant application of carbon capture as a climate wedge, is not going to be permitted. In Europe, Germany has been pushing. Due to weird Eastern Germany politics aligned with Russia and worse fiscal assessments, a European hydrogen pipeline grid.